Shalom. Kal halalim Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Verse of the day, Matthew 5 and 6. Right? Salakia. Clearing my throat. It's about 5:15 in the morning. Friday, Friday the 12th of September. Barakti Yahweh Bashem Shai. Before you know it, it's October. And this year is done. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai, man, the Lord is working. Obviously, when you're in the truth, right? No matter what level of knowledge you have, there is it's like every single day you can feel time speeding up, and there's like an urgency, you know, um, like an urgency where of excitement, you know, you go through hell every day, but there's an urgency of excitement and a feel of exhilaration. You get sudden bursts of it, along with spiritual numbers, and sometimes you have visions and dreams, and sometimes the Lord blesses you with beautiful scriptures early in the morning when you check the verse of the day just to see, what message Yahweh Bashem Shai is sending. And, and man, we are in a really great period where we can see the transition of one kingdom to the next. We're right in that period, man. We're right in that hot spot, as they say. Right? And, let's see, let me just put this. We're right in that hot spot. And before you know it, the Lord is going to be here. Yahweh Bashem Shai is going to be here. Our apostles and elders have made great videos. I just watched one last night of GMS Watchman, one of the prophets from America, the brother with a British accent. Made an excellent video, man, of an Edomite, or what looked like to be an Edomite, right? He saw the chariot, covered in gold and silver, which is pursuant to the scriptures. And in fact, many a while back, actually, I was going through some car trouble, and I had to leave my car off at a mechanic's, and I was short of money. And before my car broke down, I was listening to a lesson. And I believe when my car broke down, I was listening to the lesson, and it was attached to the Bluetooth, and the lesson stopped at 144 or 1444. And and then when I had to drop my car back off, and I was on the bus, I looked up in the sky. I saw this flash, and I saw a silver chariot. So I've been seeing these beautiful things myself as well. And Barakati Yahweh Bashem Shai for that. Now, first and foremost, all praises, honor, glory, blessings, and power be to Yahweh Bashem Shai. Excuse me. And double honors to our apostles and elders and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. May peace and blessings be upon your households and a spirit of endurance as we approach the end. Sometimes we think about it, the Lord is not doing things fast enough because we're so sick to death of this place. I probably say it to myself numerous times a day. I hate this place. I hate this place. I hate this place. And I also say to myself as well, this kingdom is not forever. This kingdom is not forever. This is not forever. One day, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established on planet Earth and beyond. One day is soon, And Barakti Yahweh Bashem Shai, it could be literally in months if it's the Lord's will. But it's not going to be many, many, many years, like some stupid people would say 20 years or 1,000 years, which is some crazy shit to even say. Pardon my French. I know it's early hours, so I'm gonna try and keep the lingo clean. Okay. Slack, man. I had water and I'm drinking my black coffee now, and damn demons try and stifle you trying to speak and drying up your throat even further. And drank damn near a liter of water just now. Excuse me. Salakia for that. My apologies. All right, so verse of the day is Matthew 5 and 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. And we hunger and thirst for righteousness, man. A righteous world. Even though the kingdom of heaven is going to be beautiful and extravagant, and we're going to get it all and beyond, right? Sometimes Jake just wants to, you know, have a nice house and be in the kingdom of heaven and have a nice house, and sometimes I sit under a tree and meditate and pray and you know have a bunch of children, a bunch of wives, and you know and just you know if it's the Lord's will, chill out with the Lord and chill out with the Akim and the brothers out there, obviously, because we're gonna get to know each other again in the kingdom. Our minds are gonna be, oh yeah, we're gonna, like, if it's the Lord's will, you're in the chariot, you're gonna say, you might see somebody and say, oh, I remember you, or I remember you from this life or that lifetime, because sometimes there's a kinship, there's a connection, but you can't put your finger on it. Kind of like deja vu, right? I know I'm all over the place, but sometimes Jake just wants, just to be at peace, you know, just to be at peace, and enjoy your wives, enjoy some children, live a righteous life, because they're sick to death of this place with this faggotry and Moism and people with blue hair and pink hair and septum rings and covered in damn near tattoos. Everyone's got a fucking tattoo, man. And all these people having tattoos and things like that, it just alludes to the fact that a lot of these people that love piercings and tattoos, right, in an unrighteous way, they're going to take the charagma. Now, sideline note, nothing wrong with having earrings and nose rings in the righteous way, but that septum ring bullshit and covering yourself with tattoos, and eyebrow rings and belly button rings are off. Okay. A lot of these people that love to get hit with a needle are going to get hit with a needle when the charagma is put into play, because that's going to be their form of salvation. Because a lot of people don't believe in the Most High, and they, because a lot of people have, think to themselves that there is no Most High, there is no God. I'm going to get that scripture 1 second. I'm going to paraphrase it. The people have said that there is no God, King James Version. Oh yeah, that's the one. Psalm 14 and 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, the fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. So a lot of people think that there is no higher power, man. They believe in themselves, They believe in their own grit and the fact that they can pull themselves out of trouble, and their guns are going to help, but it's not going to help. All right? And a lot of us are just sick of this world, man. Sick of this world. Sometimes you don't even want to leave the house because within the house you can read, you can pray, you can watch watch lessons, Outside, you've got to obviously pull yourself up and go outside of the house just to be circumspect, just to see what's going on, But for the most part, man, this world is just finished. It's basically just a corpse, from what the world used to be. Is damn near a corpse. The Esau is finished, man. Okay? And the elect, whoever they are across the four corners of the earth, excuse me again, are going to be filled, because the hopeful elect, we thirst for, we thirst for righteousness, man, and right now that righteousness, we get it through prayer and scriptures and watching lessons of our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Double honors to them again, you know. Um, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, you know. But we want a righteous world, man. We want a complete, opposite of what this world is, because this world has called everything that is good evil, and that everything that is evil good. So it's basically upside down world. Okay, we are in literal hell. All right. Okay. So we are going to come to a point where we're going to be filled with righteousness, man. We're going to be overwhelmed with righteousness because we hunger and thirst for it. So blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Okay? Because, and also, you got to have in your mind that, right, each day that we get through, like our prophets say, we are one day closer to the kingdom. We are one day closer to the kingdom, right? That kingdom will happen. These crackers, weren't these Edomites in caves at one point? One day going, ooh, ah, on all fours, right? You know? One day like that for, for hundreds or thousands of years. One day like that. I mean, some of them are still like that, but you know what I mean, right? That when they, in the caves of the Caucasus Mountains and prior to that Mount Seir, all right? And then the Lord, even a scumbag piece of shit like Esau, did the Lord give them power and they ruled by the sword? Their time came and now it's finishing, right? The sun is setting on their kingdom. So do you think the Israelites, who are the Lord's people, the elect, especially on this side, that will get beamed up into the chariots, do you think that the Israelites will not get their just dues? Obviously, our Lord Yahweh Shai must get his just dues, what's promised to our King Yahweh Shai, Brakti Yahweh Bashim Shai. But do you think that the elect, the Israelites, will not get what's supposed to come to us or to the elect, whoever they are, across to the four corners of the earth? All right, and we're the Lord's chosen, the Israelites. Okay, you got to have that in your mind, that nothing lasts forever. Okay, especially in this carnal world. Our kingdom is going to be eternal, of course, but in this carnal world, these wacky tacky rulerships that we have gone through, right? We're at the feet of Daniel's dream, man. In the book of Daniel, is it Nebuchadnezzar's dream? I believe, right? We're at the feet. We're at the feet of that statue. First was a gold head, then it was silver, I believe, and then now we're at the concrete part, and we're walking on concrete, aren't we? And this place is crumbling. There's always roadworks going on. This kingdom is not going to last forever, man. Okay? One day, this kingdom is going to completely fall, and the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to return. Because once Yahweh Shai returns in the chariot, the kingdom of heaven is here. It's here. All right? And that's not long. Okay? You've already seen the space forces out there. All right? We've heard about it. All right? Trump has changed, I believe it's called the Department of Justice. He's changed it to the Department of War. So we are seeing that time, man. The Lord is about to return. All right? So don't get flustered. Don't get pissed off. All right? The Lord is working, man. Every single day we are seeing something new. The Lord is making chess moves. All right? So that hunger that you have, the hunger and thirst you have for righteousness, it's going to be filled. All right? It's going to be filled, man. It's going to be filled. Now, so the verse of the day was Matthew 5 and 6, but I'm going to read it from Matthew 5 and 3. Let me just go back to, let's go to Matthew 5 and 3 first. Let's see. Matthew chapter 5 and 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. All right? The elect, the hopeful elect are going to get the kingdom of heaven. All right? And we mourn daily, man. Sick of this place, But what comforts us is prayer. What comforts us is, the lessons from our elders and apostles and teachers. What comforts us is thinking about the kingdom, meditating upon the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, you know, because we have something to look forward to. The rest of the world is lost in the source, man. But the elect, the hopeful elect are good money, you know. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Verse 6, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. That was the verse of the day. You know, since it's September the 12th, 12, 12 tribes, you know, uh, you know, 7, verse 7, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Okay, let's go to verse 8 as well. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the Most High. Okay, and it's all beautiful. How many verses is it? Where were we? Verse 8. Let's go to verse 9 as well. Or verse 8 again. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the Most High. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of the Most High. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. All right. Man, I'm going to go to 12. Yeah, let's keep the spirit of 12. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake, for the Lord's sake. Verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Okay, so we've got some great things coming for us, man. All right, as we yearn, for the Lord. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There are times when I meditate upon Yahweh Shai and I cry. I shed tears, you know. And I sometimes think to myself, Lord, it's been a long time since I've seen you physically, because I believe the fact that I was there when the Lord is crucified, man. And I probably did cry. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud right now, right? Because I meditate on the Lord. I miss the Lord. I sometimes shed tears thinking about the Lord, and I have seen the Lord in a vision before as well, and He looks exactly like the scriptures say. A white afro, brown skin, white beard, eyes were glowing, holding his hand out, saying, "Are you ready for the kingdom of heaven?" Okay? And I'm not blowing my own trumpet. Okay? I'm just being real, man. Okay? And I know the hopeful elect out there shed tears, man, thinking about Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. How much we miss the Lord. Obviously, the Lord is not a teddy bear, you know, very majestic, very powerful, very scary indeed. But it doesn't mean that we don't love our Lord. It doesn't mean that we don't want to see Him, you know. He's like our big brother, you know. We're like children at the school gates waiting for our brother to return to pick us up, you know. Remember when you were at school and sometimes your parents or brother would be late to pick you up? Wouldn't you be there looking attentively just to see the car pull up, just to see the chariot of this world pull up? How much more when our big brother, man, His Majesty Yahweh Shai turns up, man? You know? Just think about that. So our blessings are coming. Okay, so remember one thing. This kingdom is not forever. Each second, each millisecond, second, minute, hour, day, week, month is another day, is more. We're going towards the kingdom. We are going towards it. We are running towards the kingdom. And this kingdom, this Edomite faggot kingdom is falling. Okay? All right? So this hell is not going to last forever. This hell is not going to last forever. All right? Our time is coming. All right? So the verse of the day is for the hopeful elect, man. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Okay? I'm going to leave it there now. All right? All praises, honor, glory, and blessings and power be unto Abanoah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kodash. So keep moving, Yasharala, man. Keep praying, keep watching our apostles and elders, the men of the Lord, our prophets of Great Millstone, and affiliate camps that teach the same doctrine, right? And say the name in its entirety, the holy name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, right? And they teach what the Charagma really is, or what the mark really is, okay? And they teach about the Israelite foreigners as well. Watch those camps, and those are the men of Great Millstone, all right? And other camps like Saints of Jersey that may not have GMS in front of it, right? Watch them and learn and pray, man, all right? And try and do your best, okay? Because our time is coming. This kingdom is falling, and this hell is not going to last forever. We are at the end of our prison sentence. We are at the tail end of this hell, this kingdom, faggot Edomite kingdom ending. All right? Our time is coming. Yahushua is returning. Barakti Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Kakodash. Muatha Bad Babal Kwame Shalom.